Stark trying to hold on, trying to defend like a madman. Second try for him to go and get the siege from upgrade. We can now Fiat go in for trying to switch server. Well, I'm on my standard server. We'll do something after this game if it keeps dropping. And let me check. I'm streaming settings, German server, like always. Kills Batman, guys. Sorry for that. Now the big push here of Brew and Riot towards the middle area. German servers, oh nice walls here of Stark, really buying himself a lot of time. Bomber towers now out. Let's take a look if Brew can take this engagement properly here, or what will happen. They're basically in the trade, but could lose all their army at the same time. Ogao still super active. Riot is having a lot of army over. They did lose a lot of their markets, and now this is a big engagement. Stark doesn't really want to take this engagement, but he kind of needs to. Uh-oh, that's so many trade cards going down, and I don't really see any support. Where's VH skirmishes that he kind of promised by attacking that? They aren't around yet, and we can see Brew trying to go away from all the bomber towers. Maybe they will find another engagement and a better placement. We have to remember the Spanish bonus indeed. Okay, trade cards. We have 50 for Brazil A, and on the other side we have 60 for Brazil B. But they have the Spanish bonus as well. Now trying to keep up the pressure. They have the gold spot in the middle now. At least they are raiding quite a bit. Oh, Brew. Finding another angle will kill more and more of those little trade cards. PH sending in the elite skirmishers, but that's in Castle Age. .530 Spectator really stuttering this game. Bomber towers now everywhere basically. So Stark doing a beautiful job of keeping them up, and yeah, that makes it so much tougher for Brew to really find a good spot to engage. There's now a ram out as well, and the skirmishes of VH somewhat helping out, and Brew needs to find another engagement, or like another angle, I want to say. Maybe that's a spot where Stark could really try to engage the skirmishes of VH, a bit overextending. Ogao actually trading to the wrong side if you ask me, and is repositioning his markets now. You get a nice amount of trade cards, or a nice amount of stables. Let's take a look. Stark is trying to take this engagement. No, still not. Now the skirmishes of VH died. Pretty poor positioning by him there. We're finally getting the +2 attack for his Halberdiers pretty late. And let's take a look. Still Ogao trying to push here at the top. We see fire with, yeah, very small amount of Jaguars. Ogao not having any plumed archers, who wouldn't be too bad over here now as well. Not sure how well the skirmishes of Goku will perform once the paladins will die, but for now they are not. And Brew killing off all the paladins of Riot, and now I believe they can get their trade rolling again. Let's take a look at update his numbers. It's basically 80 for Tyrant A, and at the other side we look at way smaller number, 60 for our Brazil B team. But remember, Spanish trade, so that's all okay for them. No ballistics so far for Stark that I can see of, or maybe it is and just bugged out a bit. Wow, having a big army now to push again. Look at that, over 100 military here. and most of them at one spot, having some in the middle, but yeah, maybe some at good angles. And that's what I said, the skirms cannot be exposed here. They need to have the paladins staying at that spot, and yeah, it feels like Riot wants to send all his paladins over, but that's a big problem because now all the skirmishers will die, and that leaves the halberdiers alive. And once the paladins come over, all the halberdiers will still be alive, as I said, and can take the better engagement. Dogao just being so annoying here at this side. Look at that 28k score. Stark, who's going full paladins and fighting against 2 and killing a lot, is only having 16k himself. Stark now trying to find better engagements or maybe better rates, trying to run around, and those trade cards are now blocked again. Dogao is pushing in like a madman. He will get all the paladins here at the front, and we can see Eagle Warrior still alive as well. The Warriors closing down the distance, and if we take a look at the populations, 150 for Stark at the lowest, and at the other side we have basically Fire with 150, the highest here. Big engagement here, or big advantage for Brazilby. The rate of Stark trying to come around, and we can see Brew still not having any trade set up. Still 0 trade cards for him. Absolutely not playing on the level that he should when it comes to Imperial Age trade and yeah, general gameplay here as it feels. Dogao still pushing in, and he is just disturbing the trade so much. Eagle Warriors now cannot really get the best engagement, so some Jaguars out, who are now elite Jaguars, I believe. As I said before several times now, Garland Wars would be the more important upgrade than going for Eagle Warriors. And Dogao still going for the sneaky trade. It feels like they have the control over 3 corners. VH now with another round of trade cards, trying to go for even more. You can see the trade card amounts at all times. We have a pretty nice amount for Riot, but is he really having the paladin amounts that we want to see of him? He only has 65 villagers, getting raided heavily all over town by Stark and by Dogao, and that really is the big problem. Now VH and Dogao trying to get that gold here. Very exposed one, and quite ballsy move. And Dogao is now completely in control of that corner. I wouldn't be surprised if those 3 markets will go down, and with that the trade, and with that then all the hope of getting into the big Imperial Age army, which they absolutely need to have more chances to win this fight here in this game. It feels like the push of Dogao in the end will give them the big comeback that they needed to have. And Stark with a beautiful play here, fighting for so long and really taking the good engagements, but Brew again in the trade. But now lots of bomber towers out, and I believe now finally with ballistics from the shots that are hitting indeed. And getting more towers up, and beautiful positionings as well. Having some skirmishers following them, some paladins around as well. Those villagers, let's see if they can get the bomber tower up. But the most important thing is really the push over here. And if this ram is getting the yellow market as well, just getting so much worse for them. Sneaky bomber tower here for Stark around the corner even. And Blue cannot get the engagement that he wants to take. Riot is still protecting him, but in all honesty they are just scary at the moment, but not really getting the kills in. Yeah, they're killing a trade card here and there, but at the same time they're eating shots of bomber towers. PH is coming in, we see Stark, and they will defend that for sure. Dogao's pop only at 120 now, since he dropped down to 50 military, and not having the greatest trade up. Now trying to even delete his markets, I assume, and trying to re-establish that here. Not 100% sure if I like that too much. And let's see how that continues. Still very annoying by Stark here at the side. And yeah, Brew and Riot can just retreat quite easily here. But that's a lot of like very costly army that's actually not doing too much at the moment. Always trying to go in, trying to debate some bomber tower shots, but what does it really matter? Wow. Cannot really like his trade yet, 22. Hard to follow indeed, but yeah, I can just tell you The Stark rates are just incredibly good. Brew only now finishing his main gold spot here at the 1 hour 15 minute mark. Stark finally clearing this up. Here was VH. All the paladins went down and Brew needs to retreat. He's going back. VH now. 3 intercepting skirmishes on the way here. Brew should use his 1k stone. Well, what could he do? Build another castle. Sneak around some. Not 100% sure. But yeah, we could switch around the civilizations a bit. Or the resources a bit. 32k points for Dogao indeed. 20k only for Riot. Who was the guy who boomed to paladins. Brew's still missing his last attack upgrade. Now another big engagement here for Dogao. We have some Eagle Warriors at the front. They will be super efficient against the Eagle, some Jaguars at the front here, I want to say. They will be super efficient against the Eagle Warriors, but not in those numbers. Paladins now coming over, and that trade card did just die, and you can see the trade, the market did just die, and all the trade cards of Goku are now idle. More Rams here coming at the side, and if that market goes down, I believe the trade cards will go idle again and again. Look at the population, 140, the highest for Goku. On the other side, we have the lowest, 150. This looks so good for Brazil B here. I hope we didn't have any more drops. No, it seems like we are stable here. I think it was a Twitch hiccup. Not 100% sure what happened there. Finally, Garland Wars, he says. Indeed, it is on the tag there. As you can see, taking 1 minute, but so incredibly late there. 1 hour 18 minutes after he built Eagle Warriors, after he built Jaguars for the last 40 minutes. I believe that upgrade would have been so much nicer earlier on. Stark trying to sneak around with some towers all this time. I'm missing his special tech there to increase the HP on his villagers quite a bit, and still 1 gold spot denied here. Quite ugly for him. And ram attack? No, that's only against the bomber tower there. Trying to get more markets up, but yeah, where are they trading to? Go now on Plumgard, just trying to counter the Jaguars. We're breaking 100 viewer count again. Thanks for that, guys. Thanks for staying around and watching this incredible series. That's only game number 2 of potential 7 games. We still have home maps to come, we still have decentering to come as well. Land Nomad, Acropolis. Oh no, decentering. What am I saying? Decent ring. Ah. Yeah, I got a bit confused. I think we might even get into the phase where wood control is pretty important. And you can see, Firehead needs to go out there. Dogao was already chopping at the other side. And let's take another look at the trade cards. Brew, finally, up to 2 trade cards. Getting it rolling. 120 trade cards for Brazil A. On the other side, we have 160, I would say, for our Brazil B team. Another X in the middle, denying that bomber tower over and over again. We are just trying to find another engagement. Bomber tower defense is alive, though I really need a counter for all those bomber towers. He's just doing a perfect job there, controlling all the beautiful area. Obviously, VH and Miguel don't really need to send them anything. I believe it would be the spot for Miguel and VH to go up to Imperial Age, just to get coinage here as well and make it so much more efficient. Oh, I have to work in 17 hours. Well, my train is leaving in 7.5 hours as well. So not a lot of sleep for Mr. Nearly and Nearly's dad, because I'm streaming through the whole apartment here. And just he's trying to sleep 1 room next to me. Feels bad, man, for him. But I told him that what happened, and he said like, yeah, it will be fine. And oh boy, was he wrong. And yeah, but the big story is really how well Stark is playing here, how well he's massing up all the stuff. He's keeping his 90 villagers alive, the 40 trade cards, and that's just a Spanish bonus. And I did say before, Spanish aren't a great choice on this map because you will never get into that trade and into the face of the trade. And yeah, it seems like the misconceptions are running strong in the Hippo family, because I was wrong there as well. And now I believe the GG could be around the corner. The trade is just, yeah, one screen away from completely being denied here to Gao. Now pushing with all his plumed archers, and VH here with his skirmishers pushing back together with Stark, who has a lot of paladins. They have the trade control, and Dogao just has an incredible, basically unstoppable army. Look at that, 113 here is maybe fired together with Goku, able to regroup and kill that army. I don't really see that happening. Dogao actually even continuing to push towards the armies instead of going for the trade. Sends the Rams over. I believe it would be a bit better to go for the guaranteed damage towards the trade here, but he's killing the army anyways, and if he keeps those down, he can just steamroll them anyways, and I believe it's looking very good here for Brazil B, and it looked pretty bad for them during another phase. Indeed, 1.7k kills here for Dogao, and look at that. The other team only at 2.3k overall, I would say. GG indeed, what a great game. Sadly we had some drops in the middle, but luckily a lot of players could catch up, and this is looking pretty damn sweet. Brazil B, convincing performance. Damn, they were behind, but Stark was able to mass 90 paladins. Total nice room stock style here. And then took the great engagement. Riot taking a lot of losses, had 60 paladins when Stark had only 30, but couldn't really get them to be as efficient as he needed them to be to really get the kill. And Miguel still in Castle Age, VH still in Castle Age as well. And yeah, if you sling, you can obviously focus on your eco quite nicely, as you can see with a perfect full eco here of VH. Look at that, perfection. Every farm directly close to a mill, and yeah, pretty impressed by that. He would have been on the way to Imperial Age now. Military count, look at that though, Gao! He really wanted to see blood in that game. Oh, insane. They pull all their money on early aggression and still manage to win late game. Brew, solid trade.
Start the game already!
Start the game already! Miguel, 182 villagers. Could have been a bit higher if you ask me, all honesty. Like, what else did he do this game? Sling and produce villagers would have been the option. Map number 3, Golden Hill. A very strategic map. We saw Finland playing it yesterday with Vikings, Grush, Turk archers, Aztec monks, and I believe like Teuton scouts and towers. And as Y played it Vikings, Grush, Japanese Grush, and Aztecs and Teutons going for knights and monks towards the middle. Nearly stat co-casting. I'm not even sure how good his English is. I believe he can like buy a pizza and can say hello, but I believe that's the maximum of his capabilities. Remember, we are from Eastern Germany, so he had to learn Russian in school. Not that his Russian would be fluent now, but he could simulcast in German, yeah. I would take a pizza. Yeah. Buying pizza and saying hello is all you need in life. Well, it's a very good start, right? Yeah, in the USA, the only English you need how to say hello and how to order pizza. Yeah. Russian casting.
Start the game already!
I know one Russian word as well, but that unlikely. It's very unlikely that we'll use that one. Dostoprimchatenosti. That means like sites. Like the tourist attraction site. Good for me, right? And Nastarovia. Yeah. But I believe that won't really get me through the next 5 games. Only those 2 words. Maybe we can get onto a wonder game and I can use one, but that's it. Big Dog Bra. Joining the Hippo family. Why did in Germany lived your dad? In Thüringen. But then moved together with my mother to Berlin. I studied in Thüringen, so face a similar person speaking English with German sometimes. Maybe that's the password. I don't know. How Brazil lost this game? I believe Riot didn't really get the army done. I believe Fire was missing the upgrades for way too long. Brew just got owned heavily at the start against Stark. And I believe Goku played reasonably, but was behind against Dogao at the start as well. Welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks. I will be there in 15 hours. Get him to teach you Russian so you can flirt with Naomi. Not my #1 life goal. Yeah, when during did you study? Jena or Erfurt or what else is there? Are there more study cities? Not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. Ilmenau. Oh. TU Ilmenau. Okay. Ah, right. Isn't there a TU in? Where? There are more TUs in Turing, I believe. I'm studying German at uni just because I want to be bilingual. Okay. Where are you from? UK? What's wrong with Naomi, nearly Kappa? You know I'm Kappa Pride, so too many breasts. Medien- und Kommunikationswissenschaften. Yeah, it looks weird, guys, but that's a real German word there. And it's used correctly as well. I'm Australian. Oh. Major in psychology. What time is it? You just woke up Monday morning, right? You seem to already be working as a psychologist. Probably going into the taxi driver business pretty soon. Getting a Russian flirting class from your dad sounds awkward. Yeah, agreed, yeah. Because I bake, yeah. And I have tissues. Damn. Try saying the longest German word on stream nearly. Flugzeugträger Außenlichtbeleuchtungsreparateur. So I will try to write down as well. Flugzeugträger Außenlichtbeleuchtungsreparateur. That's like not real used German word, but that's a job. Like not like a main focus of a job, but yeah, and I believe like Donau Schifffahrtskapitänskordel is another nice word. German spelling bee must be beep. Yeah. I believe I'm missing an S there. Donut Schifffahrtskapitänskordel. How to learn German? I can't. I don't know. What's the risk? That's not a word. Slam Jam 9999 fan. That's tough for me to say, obviously, because I never like learned it from scratch. It's my native language. I quickly need to go to the restroom. Be right back. Schwarzwald-Kirschtorte. There was an E missing. But yeah, I love that one. That timing. That timing. And we will jump into Shadow. Game number 3 here. Brethelby already leading 2-0 here. What other long words I missed? Donau-Schifffahrtsgesellschaftskapitän Schilderbedrucker. Not bad. German is not such a hard language if you don't care about all the cases. Yeah, that's tough. Donau-Schifffahrtskapitäns Kajütenloch. Ringen, Ragen, Baden, Baden, nicht wurde make it. That's not a German word. Premium, Schupfer, Backdosen, Decke, Fabrik, Aktionsangestellter. Oh, Grundstücksverkehrsgenehmigungszuständigkeitsübertragungsverordnung. That's actually a used word and probably, oh god, the flows game is flows word is too long for me. So I better save myself with some AOC action here. We'll have Fire playing the Vikings. He's getting a nice flank position. Aztecs for Goku. We will have Persians for Alive and Teutons for Rio. And on the other side, we have Japanese for VH, so different civilizations. Teutons for Lugao, Aztecs for Stark, and Vikings for Miguel. Fire against Miguel will be the big crush war that we will see. At the same time, we have Persians for Alive. And on the other side, we have Japanese for VH. Will be pretty interesting here. Man, how can you even read so many letters together, nearly? I'm a master of reading. Actually, yeah, it's incredible. Something that basically, I believe, less than 5 people know in the world. I'm extremely bad at reading out loud. And that's super weird since I'm a primary school teacher, but I'm never reading stuff out loud. And that's ridiculous because like I would say like highly educated and intelligent, and still that's a skill that I'm missing so heavily. It's really, it would be embarrassing if I had any shame in my life. Okay, let's take a look at the passings towards the middle. We have 1 passing, 2 passings, which is unwallable even. So 2 passings here. Towards the middle for Brazil A, and Brazil B has 1 passing, 2 passings, 3 passings. Okay. Goku getting the dockyard. Where's Firestock? Oh, he's pulling it very far to the south. Dave took me 3 times to get the joke. Feels bad, man. Oh. Try this word. Hey Nili, stop reading stupid useless German words and pay attention to the game. That's not a German word. I should have pronounced it in a German way. That would have been funny. Oh, Miguel making a double click here? Or he just thinks like, I don't really want to crush. I want to focus on water. That would be a sneaky strategy. Miguel! Hashtag mind games! Both took a restart. Just watch the VODs. It has to be in the first 2 hours, 10 minutes of the VOD. I'm not 100% sure if it was a double click. At the moment it feels a bit like intended. Like if he wanted to go for an 850 uptime or something. Let's go into the point of view of Miguel. If he planned something stupid, I didn't want to say something special here. And now he's setting back onto wood. No. Yeah, it probably was a misclick then. Uh-oh, Miguel. And that's super costly for them. Vikings against Vikings there, already losing the water. Double click, what did I miss? Yeah. We had for a very long time Miguel not having a single villager on wood. A lot of teams win the water fully and think they won the game. Well, on this version, that actually is true. If you have the full water control, you're in a very good spot. So much more than on your typical Golden Hill game, where you have like not an amount of passings, but always shallow water through the middle. America special means stupid. Okay. And I should not have bought that dog with the special price. Oh no, that's not how it worked. Oh my god. Miguel breaking the meter, indeed. But he's up. Look at that, 1025. So much better than fire. We placed 1041. Pretty long distance, didn't help. Yeah, Miguel. Hashtag mind games. Only 2 fishing ships, so it is not the greatest start for him. But did save it. He seriously did save it. Interesting stuff. Okay, so live playing with 5 fishing ship. And is up. Reeled, not up. And we'll probably go. Or we will see what he goes for. Goku not up yet. Stark just clicked up, and we see the first villagers going towards the middle. Dogao. And as I said yesterday, this map most of the time is decided by the strategy choice. And what they will actually go for. So. VH sending over 5 villagers as well. Went for the very far away dock. And Real plays it fast castle. It won't be that fast in all honesty. He's already at pop 20, at pop 30, if you want it that way. And what is he doing? Oh, he is up to fuel edge now, okay. Okay, finishing those walls. Looks like he is in somewhat of a control. Dogao going for the stables. VH should be expecting archery ranges from him. Yeah, 3 on gold. Riot could lose his fish there, and we see for now Miguel only with 2 dogs. Fire at the same time. Only 2 dogs as well. So, and that's an unwallable spot here. He will get raided, most likely. Let's take a look. And that, yeah, that's wallable. Let's see how they will play this out. Interesting stuff here. China got water control, but not really water control. They somewhat won the water, but Pike was on the water for such a long time. So it's not like you win the water, and if you can control all the villagers from getting over and can get bombard cannons in, then... Or like cannon galleons, that's what I meant. Then it's completely different. I should be losing a scout now. Oof, life's not really helping. VH going for weird walls, if I've ever seen one. Miguel being pretty aggressive there. He's trying to wall quite a bit. C going into the sling, now that's a big question. Chasing down against fire, who is staying on 2 docks here as well, as it seems. Pretty weird strategies by the 2 Vikings players. I would have expected them to go for more water. Gao pretty happy with how he is doing. And Fiat now trying to wall over here. And as I said before, that spot is not really wallable. Maybe from the outside, but not from the inside. Cannot wall stone here. And Fiat, what is he trying to do? Is he trying to wall all that area to here? And then he's still open? That's not really an option, Fiat. Look at that. Those are, I don't want to call them stupid, but not very clever. Not very clever walls. Okay. Togao now very active towards the middle. Let's take a look what Goku can do. He's heavily on gold. So let's see if he can sneak some villagers around and get onto some monks. Will be an interesting area. And we see now a life slinging Ryut. So we'll see a feudal sling of a life who lost most of his fish. And Ryut, 1 stable, 2 stables, going for foraging already. An upgrade that we don't see too often. Fiat, weird market in no man's land. Life would be obviously super dead against some archers, but no one really went for archers, right? Except Fiat here. But he was more concerned with blocking the mid area. Stark now on monasteries, and they will be super efficient against Ryut. But Ryut will be going for some fire ships, if it seems. Ryut will go for some fire ships. Fiat still up with his fish. Let's take a look over. Fish amount is 5 for Brazil A and a solid 17 on the other side. Archers now. Fiat should snipe those 2 villagers. That should be pretty sweet for him. Miguel with the scout around. Can he get a kill? Very low HP, but cannot really get punished there. And Goku. Those will only be 2 monasteries for him. Monks already around the corner as well. And Fiat, I believe, if he just positions himself here in the middle. How many monks would Goku need? Like, not even sure if 4 are enough. 1 scout out. His Stark is having an eagle there as well. I believe he needs to get like 6 monks, and even then it's risky. You paid resources to Togao. That's Miguel. So he is now going for the sling to our Teuton player to get him up to some knights as well. Ryut did sneak around some knights, thought he was completely walled off. He just could have went in if he wanted to. And indeed, he wants to wall this way. And yeah, they're still not walled. Trying to get the first conversion in here. Remember, it is Teuton's bonus. First conversion done. Stark should be getting more and more here. Let's take a look if he gets a second one. No, not for now. Walling his villager. And maybe now all the archers get cleared up and then they are getting onto enough monks. Let's take a look at that. Ryut going for a very heavy eco approach. Not 100% sure if they really want to engage this. Ryut will lose all his knights here. Should focus all the monks down Fiat now. I'm not sure if that was a good decision for Goku to go out here. Ryut should send everything over, clear up the archers. And yeah, Togao just a bit late. If he had all his knights over here immediately, that would have went a bit better. Let's take a look now. Quite low HP here and gets 2 converts in his stock. No, 3 more knights over. He really has the production here, but now ends because the transporter dies, and we know that Ryut thinks he cannot pass there. 2 monks going down. Togao now coming over, and all those monks out now. I believe Togao should go back or delete even his knights, and Fiat should just focus on all those monks. Monk count now down to 6, makes that 5. Maybe even trying to get more. Stark is coming over, and this looks pretty good for Brazil B if you ask me. Stark cannot really support more there. Is he sending in more villagers? Not really. Well, Ryut is getting up to the numbers. Defense upgrade not important at all at the moment. Now it's conversion left and right. Pretty ugly to play this. Maybe a monastery would even do something. Getting some monks here. But the most important thing at the moment is really the knight numbers, and Stark just having 3 knights there as well. We have Goku only with 1, actually 2, but 1 pretty far out position. And now look at that, military count for Stark only at 3. Lost one, 1 is 3. We'll lose the second one as well. And yeah, those Aztec monks just getting so many converts in. Stark even having 2 monasteries as well. Should be getting another convert done here. And yeah, look, Gauss Mount, just beautiful for him. It's not controlling the water. Well, it did get 1 fire ship out, so that's good for him. Same time, Alive's eco is super weak. We see fire still in Feudal Age as well. Is he slinging and I completely missed that? Alive is slinging weird and fire is slinging weird as well, as it seems. So uneven number, super bad team play, and it's ridiculous that the top teams still don't know that. Riot is going for, let's call it, a lot of knights. I believe we can do that. But that's so beautiful for Stark. And GG for Ryut. He knows that they cannot contest his pocket position. Getting too many converts against him. And again, not the right strategy decision here. Not going for the pocket early enough. And that's really a big problem. Like they didn't take a look at the games yesterday. Really poor strategy choices here by China SY and Brazil A. Both days. Going for a bit of water from the Vikings, then going for a sling. That's reasonable, I would say, but you need to control the middle to get onto it. And look at that. Stark has 4 monasteries rolling at the same time. Goku complete out of the middle. He had a 2TC boom, maybe went into 3 now. And Ryut has all the upgrades. But what do the upgrades really do if you get converted? Not so great. And Brazil B. I took them as a favorite. I didn't think it would be so dominant, but yeah, they're on a roll now. Life, pretty peaceful. Was killing a single units. $4K sling here. Ryut got 7K and still couldn't do that much. Sugao 3K, but all the converts there. What is it? Military. Oh, and it's only 7 converts. That looked so much more. But yeah, if it's full 7 HP knights, then with a lot of healing, they can still do quite a bit. Damn it, guys. Enderine joined, Enderine left. Interesting. Come on, Brazil A. Make your comeback now. Well, yesterday, Finland was leading 3-0, and we still went to Game 7 as well, so it is somewhat of an option. Yeah, indeed, Influenza is just saying it. Winter just came for Brazil A. I think Brazil are just majority missing practice together. The players are quality, just together they can't do it. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. And the problem is as well that Real and Fire aren't playing that much at the moment. So I don't really feel. I saw Tim share the password on his stream the other day. It was 200 to 1-to-1 L, I think. Now sharing the password on his stream. Ah, sweet. Doubt's so good. And yeah, Enderine, thanks for supporting my channel by watching Doubt. No problemo. Hobo Robo. So we have no idea what the home map of Brasileia will be. I believe Ireland wouldn't be the greatest pick. I have no idea, honestly. I believe Mongolia wouldn't be bad. It's tough. Spectator started. Oh, I can show you the game room as well if you want to. But only if you want to. I love that guitar. Not really sure what to do now. Yeah, HD Showcase number 3. That would be something. Yeah, team random games are pretty interesting for sure. We can all agree on that. Age of Mythology music, indeed. Mario Kart time. Well, we only got 4 minutes. It was 7 minutes back delay. Could really do something in between games. That would be pretty good. Did you play the Brazil national anthem at the start? No. I had a good time as a kid playing those Age of Mythology campaigns. That's where I learned the word pray. Because I believe like the very first Zeus campaign or something, or Greek campaign, you're getting attacked by Kraken, and wow, you defended off the Krakens. Let's pray it is the last. And I was like, let's do what? Let's do what? Is it the last? Is it not the last? What's going on? And then I looked it up and I felt like, yeah, let's pray it's the last. Oh, that's good. Play charades. Okay, I will act out a movie for you. Oh, 140, okay. Okay. Well, it's a tough. Like I can do quotes of movies. It's tough. But I will do that in the future. That's a good idea, Ganja Man. Yeah. Drink your milkshake, I drink it up. Don't know what movie that is. I'm pretty good with movie quotes. Like, if I saw a movie, I would recognize it most likely. So it's probably one I didn't even see. Okay, guys, then I would say time for game number 4 here. And we are looking at Ghost Lake. There's always money in the banana stand. Yeah, I know that one. Pretty nice quote. Okay, and we will play Ghost Lake. Spanish flank for fire again. He will have Goku as his Han. On the other side we have Real Pocket and Mains for life KGP. So that's identical to the first Arabia. And we have Tugao having the Mongol flanks. Miguel his pocket, VH with the Chinese pocket, and Stark with the Spanish flank, and well, not so great ball. And I hear something like a steal around the corner already. I don't like this map. I've always been scared of ghosts. Oh. Okay. Feels bad, man. Goku not super active with the scouts here, it seems. Nice defense here by VH. The war will be fine. Not sure if you really should take it now, but well, I've seen a lot of the rings where they try to drag you under. What? Why would you pick Ghost Lake if you have already lost Arabia, 90% Arabia? Because they feel other maps are worse for them. And they didn't prepare at all, and yeah. It's bad, we can agree on that. But the reasoning is probably... Oh! Fiat actually sending the sheep to himself, but yeah, Stark has enough, has a lot of own sheep. Well, maybe they felt they got very unlucky in Arabia and want to have a better shot now. I'm not sure if I like that out of fire there. He can not really defend against the raid now, and I believe that would have been better. It just felt like, oh, I can build a sweet house there and control so much of the area, but in all honesty, that's not really how it works. So, I'm not really happy. The lake looks kind of like a vertebra. Don't know what that is. Can't steal from VH, the stealing master. Well, he was protecting Stark. Now sending in more more sheep. Oh, not sure why Stark would take that fight. Oopa, and getting more hits now then. He just hit the air? Feels like it, right? Goku, not a lot of extra sheep. Not a lot of extra sheep for Ryut. Not a lot of for alive. Togao has his normal amount. You can see with some extra for Miguel coming in. VH has extra, and Stark has quite a lot extra, and even getting more, so he's in a good position for sure to play something easily into Castle Age, and didn't even find his two of his sheep as well. But where is the second boar? One boar. And we see... I'm a bit confused. So Stark did get a boar stolen? It looks like it, right? By the amount of villagers on... Fire was fighting against Stark there. Where is the scout of... Goku didn't steal it? Huh? Am I confused, guys? Awesome, was this Madrid is happening? I didn't know that. Not Portugal, nearly Kappa. Ah. Took the ball in the back of the TC. Ah, it's over here. That was a bad ball lure before, yeah. Okay, makes sense. Okay, okay. Yeah. Thanks for telling me. My memory isn't the greatest, as you see. But why I didn't hype enough that now with the 3-0 here for Brazil B, next game lost for Brazil B would mean Brazil A is going into the loser bracket, and there they're facing SY, so pretty ugly spot for them. And everyone said Brazil A probably won't be performing too well. I'm not even sure how I seeded them. I believe I did seed them at 6 or something, so probably they could finish at that. And yeah, we will see. Life sitting another poor. Let me take a look. 2 militia out. Him, Stark having 2 military as well. So, oh, Stark will play an M&A aggression on the teams against Fire. And Fire has no access to that. Stone has a defensive stone here. So, I believe not actually the best map to play a forward against, if you ask me. Whoa! Fire actually getting the kill. How did he do that? Oh man, that was pretty efficient. But now, bam, militia getting the revenge. And getting the big walls on here. And Fiat actually out of the pocket position going for scouts. I completely missed that. Miguel is playing at FC. We have Riot going for scouts out of the pocket position as well. At FC for Goku. Tower against tower. Fire will get his up first. Oh well, Stark will get his tower up first, but it's an outpost tower compared to the only watchtower here. And that will be interesting. Now a villager even sneaking around here. Is he on stone? He is doing a weird scout here. Stark, that is. And we will have Fires. Yeah, kind of surviving for now. He will get 2 archery ranges up. Will actually go for archers here, as it seems. Interesting stuff. And Goku, let's take a look. Will he be able to prevent that tower from going up? Not for now. It seems like not for a long time. Not on stone here is Fire. That's a bit surprising to me. Would be just such an easy choice. Leo now coming around the corner. I'm not sure if he really wants to take the engagement here against 4 villagers and the tower around. But seems like he can get 1 villager for sure. And doesn't lose the scout, but very low HP for him there. Fiat at the same time. Where is he going? Trying to find the aggression. Over here, where are his scouts? Just trying to run around a bit. At the left hand side, what did we miss? The Life is going for more M&A against Sugao, who is going for the archery ranges, and now for the blacksmith. So he shouldn't have any big problems there defending against Life, who should be adding some skirmishes now as well. And is actually preparing for the stone walls. Fire trying to camp it out here. Has only 1 number camp at the moment. Not the greatest efficiency in his eco. Rio doing some sweet ratings. Where is Stark's defense? That 3 HP. Scout even getting a kill done. And that's 2 villagers down. Take a look. Stark still having that one idle. So he's down to top 24. A bit of a suicide mission here by him. PH wasn't around in time. Goku double stable. Miguel double stable as well. As we would expect out of this game. Just way too aggressive here. Archers around the corner. Should fight down all those M&A. And then we will have to see how many skirmishers Life will have out. But it seems like he's mainly going for archers here as well. Spanish archers. Indeed. And a small pause again. Ooh, horrible game here for Stark. Well, he got some aggression done. And obviously did get the double in. Oh, those M&A won't do much as well. Eating a lot of arrows here from Fire. Oh boy, Stark. 3 idle villagers. Pop 26 and still he cannot really control them properly. Fire Seeker isn't the greatest either. Not getting the archers up. And Stark, what is he taking care of? Like his M&A? Not really. His idle villagers? Well, now. And his eco isn't running properly. Looking tough for him. Goku and Miguel now able to build a lot of knights if they desire to do that. Togao still very open. Is he able to do something? It seems like Alive is walled at the side here. Where is all the army of Alive? Not really sure. But those 5 archers should be able to snag 1 or 2 villagers. I believe Brazil is in a very good spot here. Let's take a look. Dugao, and he already has some HP loss on those archers. Actually, oh, Alive did shoot a bit early. Don't tell me he's not getting any villagers. Oh, he gets 1. Oh. That could have went so much worse if you ask me. Archers around now against AOE2 has nothing at home. It's up to Castle Age though. And is letting Goku in to clear that up. And yeah, Miguel should be easily able to clear the aggression of Life up here. But that was a lot of idle villagers. Maybe some might even die further here. And yeah, moving all that to the front. I would say Brazil in quite a solid state at the moment. Villager count a bit better for Brazil B, but yeah, that's not really important when players are still feudal age and that affects the game so much. VH now up, or clicked up at least. Bit later than Riot. Lots of players with wheelbarrow. I didn't really pay too much attention who has wheelbarrow and who not. Spirit of the Loom said Spanish archers are good. Well, they are. Let me think, does anyone have an archer bonus? No, right? So they are the strongest archers. No, Saracens. Saracens are strong archers. So there's the second strongest archers in the game after Saracens. Yeah. And it's hashtag mind games as well. So maybe he's super right. Oh, Miguel getting in some sweet kills. We'll get maybe even 3 villagers. No, only 2. And Miguel not having any production in the stable. It's a bit off. Might need to... Well, gets the walls done, but overchopped a bit. Oh, and in there. Denying the house. Is he getting more of those villagers? Not having the attack upgrade. That could really help him out. Needs 1 more hit. And small pause there. Stark has a nice arena build here in the front of the base. And fire now. In a very nice spot against Stark. I believe Stark's blind forward there wasn't really a good option. Especially Spanish against Spanish. The map of fire was pretty solid. And came in late. Not 100% sure why he went for that. Life sneaking around. Did get some losses. Did get a villager kill here. But lost 3 archers. And is now coming back behind as well. And oh yeah. Spotted there instantly. And Togao needs to pull all the villagers. Goku around the corner as well. So 2 knights only won't really do the job. But Togao now having fletching and should be handling that. But needs to pull the villagers. Will lose, I believe, 3. What are those walls? Oh, lost only 2. Goku now around the corner. Are they maybe going for the engagement here? Oh, Togao in a world of trouble. Getting a lot of hits here. Goku even having a 3rd knight over. And that will be a lot of dead villagers here for Mr. Togao himself. And yeah, ugly spot for him. Just, yeah, not even clicking up to Castle Age yet. And getting completely pushed off of all his resources. Look at that, 33 villagers. 20 of them idle now. Horrible spot for him. Ryu is coming over. Miguel wants to come over and help a bit, but that's not really an option for him. And Life can just send in more and more. Still open at the front. Very ugly spot for him. Could have deleted the stragglers here. Life suits. And could have idled so many more villagers even. And let's take a look. What are we seeing? Is something else happening at the map at the moment? Not really. The game is paused again. I hope Brazil A wins so the series is fun. It would make the series a bit more fun, but remember the home map after this is Brazil B's. And let's see if they have anything prepared. Oh, we are being raided. Better carry this gold while I run for my life. Well, they are strong, and they know that the Gao, their leader, wouldn't be too happy if they drop all that gold. So I can understand why they're running for their life with the gold in their hand. Why go Kongs or hand cannoneers when you can use the mighty Spanish archers? That's a good question. Post-Imp Spanish archers better than Celt Expos and Frank Expos? Ah, interesting. I still don't like picking Chinese over Mayans. Well, Chinese, you still have the option to go for Scout Rush out of the pocket. You have the option to go for Knights out of the pocket as well. Two options that the main player does not have. And your team bonus is just so incredibly good. Like, it's probably the most undervalued team bonus out of all of them. Oh, Scaboots! Thanks for the support. What happens if teams can't schedule? Does a team get disqualified or do they postpone the rest of the games? Well, they will get an admin loss in that week. In this case, like China SY against Canada, they couldn't schedule because Canada didn't really put a lot of effort into it, and they did postpone it for 1 week, but need to schedule immediately with the loser of that game. So yeah, it is a case-by-case situation, and yeah, you have to see, like, was it really both teams really trying and they couldn't do it, like Brazil against Brazil B, for example, or was it one team lacking interest and communication, like Canada? Skaboots 9999 Thanks so much. Castle now for fire, and he should be pretty annoying here against Stark. Let's take a look. Is Stark on stone? Oh, yeah, he is on stone for sure. With 6 villagers, so it will be Kongs against Kongs. So it won't be too special. Stark at the same time is going... It's so confusing that they're changing the colors every game. Is he playing this with only 2 TCs? Looks like it. And oh no, it is VH. I just clicked wrong. Yeah, VH is yellow. Okay, that makes so much more sense. Alive still around, and he against Dogao, who is not even clicking. Oh, now he's clicked up to Castle Age. Can still be so annoying here and just micro a bit around. Take a look. Dogao needs to pull villagers again, going on to 37, 36, and Stark on the other side 39. But yeah, fire not too convincing, and alive neither. So. But yeah, life needs to catch up. We'll get, I would say, 1 or 2 more kills here against those. Unless Miguel is coming in instantly. Oh, nice micro there by Dogao, but now blocked by his own archers. And Stark is just running home. Oh, he gets a lot of walls up, controlling the area. Just shortly before reaching Castle Edge. Is he having enough stone? Let's take a look. Stark, oh. That will just be stone walls and no conquistador attack for him. That's a bit surprising to me. And even investing more. And remember, it's a mod where you have to pay, I believe, 40% more for stone walls. So it is somewhat ugly to get all those up without really being super efficient. VH now adding a second stable. Well, if we had that one before. Villager count. We have Miguel and Goku in the 70s. The 2 guys who played FC. VH 55. Pretty similar to Riot. And all the flanks with very low numbers to Gao, the lowest though. And yeah, but the big advantage is Kongs for fire. And a nice setup against, yeah, complete stonewall tier of Stark. He's now in Castle Age. And needs to catch up. Is building a monk. And they need to get those walls up, yeah. I believe so as well. To give themselves a better spot to defend against the Conquistadors. They should be able to get the team wall up. But big engagement here at the front. Lots of cannons by Riot. But Miguel should have the big upgrade advantage here. Having bloodlines +1, +2. And yeah, should absolutely kill that now. Shouldn't be a very even fight. Camels just too small in numbers. And yeah, Stark wants to secure the corner. Well, for first he wanted to... Oh, that's a nice second layer as well. First he wanted to be safe against the Kongs, but yeah, controlling the corner there is a great side effect there for sure. Uh-oh, now Kongs and Knights against Miguel. Let's see how he will play against that. He is on a nice amount of Knight production though. Let's see how he will be able to do against Mr. Riot. Gau's skirm aggression here. I have no idea what his plan is. Oh, he really needs to lick his wounds. Now desperately trying to get more TCs up. Alive at the same time. Already looking into Plumed Arch attack. At least that's what it's somewhat looking like. And now the big attack is coming here towards the middle. Let's take a look how that will play out. VH going for camels. I believe that's a good option. Uh-oh, Goku with a lot of knights out here. But VH is around the corner, as we said. Conquistadors, how much can fire really do? I think Togawa shouldn't build a single unit now. Just go for complete boom and try to get onto cross with enemy. He's indeed doing that. Going for 40 Cs. Trying to get his numbers up. Oh, that's a very good engagement here for VH. The Conquistadors not doing what they should be doing and going down except one. And yeah, nice movement here, but that's so unfortunate for him. Spanish archers in the back. Now they're alive and shooting, but not really getting the numbers up. And that was very even trade as it seems. Conquistadors not doing the damage that they want to do. Goku up to Imperial Age. Miguel actually adding the +2, so he will continue his Night Flood. And will do quite reasonably well, I would think, against Goku here. At least getting some kills. Being behind by 2 villagers, but that will change. I believe Miguel will get a nice advantage. Goku will have the Cavaliers earlier. Take a look. I believe VH needs to go on to more camels. He's getting cartography and husbandry, trying to chase down all the army. But we'll see how will this play down. Alive is trying to attack against Togao. Together with Riot. Togao, having enough TCs up. I think he cannot get raided too easily here. Oh, blocking himself here a bit at the stone. That's not great. He needs support in the long run, but for now, I believe it's fine if Miguel just goes for mass knights and raids Riot at home and raids Alive at home. But Alive seems to be completely walled. Overchopping here any second, but yeah, that's obviously impossible to know for Miguel. Take a look. Is there an option for the Gao to wall this off? Yeah, it's trying to do some aggression here in the middle. Fire going for husbandry before going for bloodlines. Interesting stuff as well. Let's take a look at villager count. We have Stark going for the pure boom, so he is ahead there compared to fire as well. V8 should be compared to Riot. He is heavily behind. Miguel to Goku now ahead in villagers, but as we said before, he didn't click up yet. Stark ahead, and Togao 65 villagers trying to catch up, but will be tough for him. Guys, very kind of slow game since we have so many pauses, game stuttering, we have endless amounts in between games. It's really tough to keep the hype alive here. But the games have been pretty good so far. So yeah, that's what keeps us alive, I would say. Shadow Web was pretty good. Arabia was super interesting as well. And I love Golden Hill games. Probably like one of the most strategic maps we've seen so far. PH needs to run now. Fire with a lot of Kongs. Is he playing this with one castle? Yes, he is. Miguel now trying to take the big engagement here. Riot has a nice amount of army out there. Sending in more camels under the TC fire. That's pretty unfortunate for Riot. Sending in more and more camels. But I believe Miguel will clean that up. Actually, he only needs to kill the crossbows. And then the camels can't really do much. And look at that. Riot going for camels only against Miguel, who is now up to Imperial Age as well. And just having the perfect counter, it seems. On tower helping out a bit, but... And now the crossbows are cleared up. I believe Miguel should absolutely retreat here. Well, the front would be an option here for the Gao, but not really something he's going for. Or was the knight? Extra gold spot? Oh no, that's actually a neutral gold spot. Like one of the starting gold spots. They have nice gold spots here all over the map spread around. That's good for them. PH needs to run. Getting the +2 attack here, and he's going for mass camels. Going for a castle outside here now. Oh, still 3 crossbows alive. And Riot squeezes some camels around. Where's the castle of the Gao? Trying to defend his... Not 100% sure. Mainly it's for production, I would say. Okay, Goku now wants to take the engagement here. One Monk of Stark helping out. Conquistadors a round of fire, still missing bloodlines on the way to Imperial Age now. Who does not really want to take the engagement here. PH, I'm not 100% sure if he wants to take this engagement, wants to get that castle up though. And yeah, he's countering quite nicely and numbers are in his favor, so he's winning that one and actually more decisively than I would have thought. Fire still around and overextending again and again. And yeah, just without bloodlines dying so easily. Gao needs to evacuate from that, you see. Maybe you could have made an argument for booming a bit further back, but yeah, easier said than done now in hindsight. Life trying to go for the push, he's up to Imperial Age, Gao is not, so maybe if he goes for a lot of traps, he can prevent Gao from actually getting onto all his elite Mangudais that he was trying to go for. And it looks like a halberdier push from Stark here at the side, interesting. And Fire just building some rams. So will be a halberdier ram push. Interesting, and Goku will not really have anything against that. VH pretty slow with his Imperial Age timing. So Gao still not up. 105 villagers, not a single military unit. Trying to get everything rolling. How are his resources looking? He is clicking up pretty soon. He only needs more gold. He's sending most of his villagers onto gold now. Is having 1 gold spot not accessible, 2 gold spots not accessible. So that's super ugly for him. Is sending all the villagers over to get an extra gold spot. That's interesting, something we don't see too often. Flank is going all the way. Nice move here by VH, trapping all the army. I'm not sure how well Castle Camels actually are performing against Cavaliers. As for defense, helping out somewhat as well. Miguel coming over. Yeah, the castle is helping out. And again, the numbers of the camels are just so much greater. So that might indeed give them the advantage. Traps now, sniping down 1 castle of fire. Who is going for halberdiers as well. So interesting choice by them. Gao losing that TC is up to Imperial Age. Miguel is having the Paladin upgrade on the way, and he will get a big raid in against Goku. Again, as always before a big raid, I'm showing you the village amount. It's 115. Should be dropping. I would love to see someone building in this area here. Some stables of Miguel would be pretty good, or maybe of Goku. Let's see how the Gao will be able to defend his castles. It will be a big trap war. Goku's having the Paladin upgrades, but that raid is just brutal in his back. As you can see, the Gao building a lot of houses here to not block the trade. But he knows he will lose a lot of ground here at the front. Going for siege workshops now. I'm not 100% sure what they are for. Probably rams to wait for the big double here and wait for all the cavaliers of Miguel to clear that area up and then push. But he needs to get more wood now. He needs to get that for all his traps and for the upcoming rams. That's Goku now. He lost only 10 villagers. But we'll get way more kills here against Miguel and VH, and this is a very even game. VH having a lot of camels. Where's the push of Stark? And here's a weird push, crawling himself out here, and once he has halberdiers, I think he can do a lot of damage. Has a nice amount of traps as well. VH coming over, take a look, traps being sniped, and Miguel can go back and yeah, just lick his wounds, go back by himself a bit more time. Weird market placement here by Dogao. And that's a mistake that VH is building the markets on his side. He should have put them on the other side as well. For now it's 3 markets on one side, 1 on the other. That's something you want to avoid most of the time. And now let's see. Bomber towers again for Stark. He played it so well on Shallow Web. Let's see if we can make this happen again. Halberdier push is real. He did invest a lot of his stone into the walls, but didn't build a single castle. Well, he has one here. Yeah, he has traps, but didn't build one in Castle Age. Let's take a look. Rio coming over with mango dice. That's obviously beautiful. And yeah, just will kill Starks. Halberdiers amount so easily. What a beautiful double here, and Brazil are pushing this back so nicely. Halberdiers and mango dice against only Halberdiers, just incredibly well. And supremacy indeed for Stark. Wants to, and now all the Halberdiers are down. Paladins are coming over as well, clearing that up. Big problem is the push at the left hand side alive. He's overextending heavily, I would say. Riot with all his camels as well. I don't think that they can fight under the 2 towers here. Under the 2 castles. What are they thinking? They don't have enough siege at the moment. 1 trap, only 1 ram at the front. Now VH here at the side. And Sogao sending his rams. Waiting for more resources for him. Getting some gold spots here. But your push stopped for now. VH cannot really do too much. Miguel, the guy who should be getting all the paladins out everywhere. VH, now they're pushing big, and that's what I anticipated before. Going for the rams here, even going for the siege rams. But VH needs to push now. They cannot have the rams alone there at the front. They will get that castle down for sure. VH, Dogao will lose one of his in exchange though, but he is up to 3 castles. And the sling is real. He's getting elite mango dice now, and oh, VH losing, yeah, the camels here 1 by 1. That's not really how this works. And the rams are going down. Pretty poor team play here by Dogao and VH and Miguel even together, I would say. Stark continues his push. 2 bomber towers. The only thing that's really holding up for him. Needs to focus down those 2 capped rams. And they don't have enough siege. 1 single trap would do so much. But for now, yeah, it looks like Stark can still be annoying as F. Like in the games before. But Riot, he is completely set up. He has elite mango dice tag and has a lot of map control. Miguel's raids won't really do too much. What do we see here? Some raids still of Goku around. Did get a nice amount of villages here. Trade card amount 34 compared to 39. Bomber towers, still very annoying. And not having really the amount of ramps around. Stark playing this towers only. Look at that. He has, well, he has 30 military. Slowly pushing in here. But feels so weird. But he's actually not even pushing. Goku, how is he always finding those openings? Yeah, Miguel just simply not walling the middle. Really hurts them here. And how is Miguel's army looking like? 16 military only. That's obviously not the amount they need. And VH with all the camels won't really help out as well. Chinese pocket on Ghost Lake. That's, well, not as great because he cannot really go for the middle push. you kind of have to go for cap. He could have built a base here and started to push against the Mongols, but in all honesty, that's not really possible anymore now. Let's take a look how they will try to engage. Camels now finally at the front, but again, VH is attacking. Dogao is going back. Oh, bad team play decision after bad team play decision. Stark though, what is that of a push? Maybe he can push on the left hand side while Brazzleby is stabilizing on the left hand side. Still missing chemistry, but having it researched at 40%. Another castle going down here. I'm not 100% sure if that was a castle, but yeah, losing a lot of ground there for sure for Dogao. Not building this castle with all his army. Miguel, why is he only at 30 military? He is, yeah. Start pushing with 50. That's a pretty strong push, and we have Goku producing there as well. And yeah, even Ryut is producing some Mangalites over, but still, yeah, there's simply no siege against all those bomber towers, and therefore Stark is really pushing like a madman. It's incredibly good for him. And they're pushing, at least holding now at the left hand side, at least for a small moment. Remember guys, if this game goes to Brazzleby, we'll have the series ended and Brazil A will go into the loser bracket without a single map win so far, and then we'll face either Canada A or SY, and then will look pretty slim for them as well. Miguel now pushing pretty nicely over here. Those Plumed Archers in quite a bit of danger. I would say need to retreat here. Indeed, not having any buffer. Those Mangalites of Rio needs to retreat as well, overextending heavily. Now getting some hits against the Camels. Paladins closing distance as well. And Dogao seems like he's holding, slowly crawling towards a positive KD. And yeah, finally the Rams of Fire out, and yeah, we see Stark not having any army left. 22 military for him. He is trying to produce heavily, but long distance and very slow unit means it's tough to get them to the front. And again, Goku all the time he's there and getting the rage in. So brutal. Dogao reclaiming his main gold spot there. At least what's left of it. Again, Goku with all his kills. Look at that. He has 350 kills because he gets so many raids in. His opponent, like his direct enemy who played the same strategy, is Miguel with only 250 kills and so many more losses. Now trying to go over with Dogao as well. Maybe they're trying to push that back. Trying to save the bomber towers there wouldn't be a bad option, but maybe they can just push towards the middle. Look at that. Just killing the palisade wall and then put yourself into the trade would absolutely be an option as well. So many unprotected areas for sure. But they're going over and trying to defend that. I believe Miguel should maybe try to find an angle. Alive, doing a great job of trying to re-wall everything with stone. That area at this front not walled so far. Let's take a look how they will take this engagement. Dogao losing another castle. Going over to the other side. It's tough for him. Going down to 2 castles only. Maybe should have defended more if you ask me. Because those castles are way too important. Diplomacy really helping out fighting down those Rams now. And I believe Dogao with his Mangalites here in the back should be doing a great job of actually pushing here. Fire, let's take a look. It is the Spanish bonus, so maybe he can get that castle up even, but oh, maybe he will lose a lot of villagers in exchange. Let's take a look. Oh, that will be heavy losses for sure, and indeed Fire needs to go back, and that was a castle that he did not plan on not getting up. Fire with a doubt castle indeed, and yeah, that's pretty costly for him. Oh god, but Dogao looking at only 120 army is has 3 castles up, but that will soon be 2 castles again. Now we need to see more Rams and Paladins, or more Rams and Rams from Stark. He should have built and queued up a lot of siege before the big double came over. Let's take a look. Miguel, that's an engagement he can absolutely not take. Look at that, it's lagging like hell. how much time he's losing to really close the distance there. Loses like 5 paladins before ever even engaging, and Riot is doing it so much better, so it doesn't really lag. It was just maybe too early patrol with the wrong stand ground or something. Uh-oh, the Gao overextending a bit as well, waiting for the camels would be the option. And now I believe Fire should be in a world of trouble. PH, is he making any new plans here? At the moment, not really. Mainly going for his camel tech. But Togao is pushing here. Beautiful move. So many paladins did in the end really close it down. They didn't have the Halberdier buffer. Or maybe some paladins over. And maybe Brazil B is pushing this back again. They're playing this so much better in Imperial Age over and over again. The push of Stark is just unreal. How did he play this out? Such a long time. Playing it 2v1. Maybe even some support of Rio there. Yeah, Goku was at the other side. But yeah, certainly did play more than 1v1 there, and still did hold, and maybe did even push. Compare this points now. Fire against Stark. Fire not doing enough with his conquistadors early in the game. Really put him back into this position. So unnecessary, or like so unfortunate for him. Kraden needs 20 more villagers, doesn't he? Well, 84 is okay if you have like, think about it, if you have like 24 on wood, 60 farmers and 56 trade cards, those two don't add up. So at the moment he has 140 like units that give you resources. Yeah, so that's totally fine. Brazil A needs to go into the trade. Well, we see a lot of walls, so that will be tough. The area over here is finally getting walled by VH as well. So that won't really happen too easily. They have to go towards Togao, and that means running through some castles as well. And he's walling that left-hand side as well. So it looks good for them. Miguel finally rebuilding better markets, better stables. But I think still some stables over here would do a perfect job. Uh-oh, Miguel now getting caught off guard. Let's take a look. Togao trying to help out. And Rio needs to regroup. Doesn't want to get caught off guard there. I believe VH needs to go for other units. He's going for Cavaliers as well now. I believe he should maybe... what can he go for? Maybe go for Halberdier push at the right hand side and Stark goes for Paladins? I believe that would be the better option, yeah. Oh, so much idle army all around the map. Yeah, I believe Stark switching into better units and Halberdiers would be better. Anyone else dropping frames? Yeah, but it should be fine. I'm still at 0.0, but yeah, thanks for letting me know. I just did set up OBA Studio today, so I hope it will be better in the future. But that's still a deadly army here, alive and Riot. Some rams here for Togao. Maybe he can get onto Onagers at one point. Togao, let's take a look. 50 army for him. At the other side we have Alive and Riot, both with roughly 80 army. Let's take a look. Where's Miguel's rest of the paladins now coming over from the right hand side? A bit slow if you ask me. Should have had a better engagement there. Rams now from the back as well. Riot will lose a lot of his Mangorais here at the front. Now finally the Rams soaking some damage here in the back, and that's a beautiful full surround here. Look at that, roughly 180 degree angle, and Riot losing everything. I just said 85 military there, and now he's dropping down to 30. That was lost everything here. What a beautiful engagement here. Brazil B at the same time. They keep themselves alive at the right hand side, and now they have all the options with all those Rams to kill down Alive. Rio not having the right numbers, and Togao just taking the engagement. Miguel losing all the paladins. That's exactly how that should go. Losing some Rams as well. Can we get it? All projectors are hit for mods. Well, you can certainly program one, but I think that could be pretty scrappy. I believe Yo is actually playing with a mod that trap shots are flying cows. I'm not sure if Rio should really patrol in there. So many Mangorais for Togao, very clumped up. And Rio down to 46 military, 60 for Togao, and now we only need some more Rams, and to hold off alive will be so tough. I want to see Onage attack now at the minimap, at the spec overlay. Bombard cannons now out. Interesting choice here, Stark. Finally going for paladins as well. So he did tag to the other units himself. I'm not sure if we did see any sling just yet. And now they can decide where do they want to push. Maybe right hand side, kill all the Mangalites against Riot, and then push with the Rams at the left hand side would be what I would love to go for. Riot certainly needs to try to reposition himself in the back there. Mangala is still so super efficient. Onage just finally for Riot, and that means Dogao needs to micro quite a bit, but all the paladins can just push in there. Nice numbers, and Dogao continues to push here at the right hand side. We see Stark pushing there as well, and this looks better and better for Brazilby. They're pushing in like the madmen. They are. Oh, the Privages here at the front of Alive going down with no paladin support, and that's just playing double archer at one side. We have Spanish and Hans at the right hand side, and no one is sending paladins over. That's a big problem. We have Fire now playing with Conquistadors SO tech for Dogao even, so they will play it even more efficiently. Rio sitting there in the back, perfect positioning, but simply not having the numbers. He is at 30 military at the moment. Dogao not having so much more higher numbers, but I believe just Mangala is just a bit spread around here. Did get some snipes off against that, so that was nice awareness, something we didn't see. And VH still very well in this game with all his kills. Look at that, having a reasonably 1-to-1 KD here with the probably weakest civilization in Imperial Age, the Chinese, if you cannot have a real pushing option. And now look at the military, so dominant, and we have 8 military, only 4 alive, now trying to go for some halberdiers, but what can he really do? He lose all his castles. Rio needs to send in over everything, trying to get some more water, but that will be so ugly. Look at that, Miguel is going for the kill. I'm not 100% sure if that's needed now, but Dogao should be following here. And squeezing in with all his paladins indeed. Mangalites, are they trying to go for... Whoops, one monitor shot. And now preventing the wall to happen. Dogao is pushing through, and this has to be the GG moment, guys. Brazilby will advance into the winner bracket finals against Finland A after a very promising performance here against Brazil A. Brazilby, incredible play. Dogao, Stark, VH and Miguel really showing why they were considered to go to China a very long time, and now they have the 50% shot against... Okay, VH just spamming random stuff, and now they're